Morning, day 128. Day's starting off great so far. It was a nice warm night. We only got down to 48 degrees. And best of all, it was dry. No condensation. So first day in a few days that, my tent's not soaked. All the ground's not soaked. Everything's wet. It's nice waking up and everything's dry. Be able to roll up a dry tent on a dry ground cloth is just so much easier. And it packs so small and it's so light. It's a good day. So I'm going to try and do another like 24, 25, I think 25 miles, or no, 26 and a half miles I'm going to try and get to. I think that's the optimal point to go into Timberline Lodge tomorrow. So we're going to head out on the trail and we'll see you down there. Another great thing about last night, I was the only one around. I saw a few tents back at the last creek. I ventured ahead to a spring, and there's a little spur trail to a spring, and there was no one around. I was eating dinner. Cheeseberry came in to look at the water, and then she left and continued up the trail. So I had the whole place myself. That was very nice. I love camping by myself. Although it was a little eerie because the forest was very loud. There's all these noises come out of the forest, and I think because this is a little bit older growth. The trees are a little bit taller, and it was really windy last night. I couldn't feel it because I was deep in the forest, but you could hear it way above you, and I think that causes the trees to move around, and they're rubbing up against one another and creaking and cracking, and there are a bunch of like branches falling and things like that. So I was kind of worried. I was hoping like a branch was going to fall on my tent or anything like that, but I survived the night. So another awesome night. See you down the trail. They're old time blaze. You don't see these too much. These are probably 30 years old, something like that. That's how they used to mark the trail. Now they got the kind of the oval triangle type blaze, but that's pretty cool. It's been here a long time, and it's retained some of its color. I've seen some black and white ones, but not ones with the green. Very cool. Okay, so I got my first bee sting on the trail. I was needing a break. So this section of the trail is real chilly. I'm wearing the hood of my sun hoodie just to keep warm. I'm looking around for a place to take a break, and I see a log off the trail a little bit, but it's in the sun. Good sitting log in the sun. So I go over there, take off my pack. I have to go take a pee in the woods. I take a pee and I notice there's a bee's nest in the ground. All these bees around it. Kind of near the log, but that's all right. I mean, if you don't bother them, they typically don't bother you. I finish that. I go over, sit in the log, having a snack and some water. Feel something on my leg, and I roll up my pant leg and don't see anything, and then continue eating, and I move a little bit, and I get stung, just kind of between the calf and the ankle. There's a bee that somehow got up my pant leg. So, all right, first bee sting in 2,000 miles. Not too bad. Got a little. So what do you call these? These are eggs?
Eggs in a frame. The British call them toads in a hole.
Toads in a hole.
And I call them breakfast.
All right. This looks awesome. It's hot. Looks tasty. Got some eggs in a hole. And you're Ron.
Carbs.
Oh, carbs. Okay. All right. I'll have to fill that out. What's your name?
I go by Papa Zoo.
Papa Zoo. And cards. Awesome. Yes. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, got a little trail magic right down there. That was a nice little stop. I was just getting a little hungry. Just gonna have an early lunch and stumble across the trail magic. So I already forgot what they called them, but I caught on video. Eggs and toast, all grilled up. Had a fresh apple. Camp chair to sit in. Nice little break. You just love that stuff. That's what makes the journey special. I think I forgot to videotape, but Ron, or Carbs, the trail angel back there, he had a bathroom scale. So that was a little scary. With the shoes on, it was, I think, 144.6. So probably without shoes, probably 143. And I started the trail just over 170. I think that was in my stocking feet. So started 170, I was down to 159 at Kennedy Meadows. We'll say 144 at here, Northern Oregon. So I've lost, what, 26 pounds about? And I wasn't heavy when I started. I wish, I exercised and, did all the research and prep. Worked on my shoulder because I was worried about that. And thought I was doing all the right things. But I wish I would have bulked up a little bit on the weight department. Put on, another 5 or 10 pounds before I started. But I was somewhat lean to start with. I've lost 26 pounds, 170 down to 144. So we'll see. We'll see if there's anything left by the time I get up to Canada. But I'm eating as much as I can. Tomorrow's going to be Timberline Lodge, so I'll have an all-you-can-fit-on-a-plate breakfast and a all-you-can-eat buffet for lunch. So I'm gonna bulk up there a little bit, and hopefully that'll carry me through Washington. All right, we'll see you down the trail. Okay, when it rains, it pours. So less than a mile from, we saw Ron, he was cooking up the eggs and toast. Come up the highway, there's a guy just standing there. Steve, he's handing out sodas and Rice Krispie squares and Reese's peanut butter cups. His wife is a triple crowner. It's like most of the PCT twice. There's just a couple sections that she's missed for the second time. So she's out here knocking off a couple of those sections, and he just goes to the nearest highway while she's hiking and does trail magic. So, man, 2 trail magics within a mile. That's it's pretty special. Had a late breakfast, second breakfast, and some dessert. So I should be good to go here for a little bit. All right, we'll see you down the trail. Just a brief view of Timothy Lake. It is a real big lake, one of the biggest I've seen in a long time. I mean, this is going across the lake here, but it's very long. It's several miles long. A lot of camp spots along it. You can kind of see, the wind's kicking up, almost some waves here, lapping up against the shore. It's so big. Gorgeous lake. It's a ton of forest around it, which is great to see. So you don't get these big vistas across the lake because we're hiking through the forest. But this is just a beautiful lake. And I got a nephew, Tim, so thinking about you. Hopefully everything's going well for you. All right, see you down the trail. And this is some of the nicest trail I've seen. It's flat because we're walking along. We're just getting to the end of Timothy Lake. It's been going along Timothy Lake for a couple miles, but it's wide, it's clear, nice and soft. This is a premium hiking right here. A little bit of a trail junction. I think I go straight. Yep. Pacific Crest Trail number 2000. Just keep going straight. So we're a little bit behind. I'm trying to pick up the pace a little bit. Because I'm trying to do 26.5 miles, which is that's a long day. And stopping for trail magic twice slows you down a bit. as you get chatting and relaxing. Look at these boardwalks. Got a little creek here crossing. Got a beautiful boardwalk to walk across. Or I guess this was kind of like marshland. Here's the creek. Nice little creek. Beautiful bridge across it. So you have to get your feet wet. This is luxurious hiking right here. I think even better than this. I got maybe another mile or two where it's relatively flat. And it's going to be gradual uphill for the rest of the day, but not too bad. I think it's like 2,300 feet over a dozen miles, something like that. So it'll be gradual, but it'll be uphill. So we'll see you on down the trail. No way, it can't be. Go to Oz Island. Okay. Let's see what's down here. Alright, getting closer. Okay, getting closer. You got quite the setup here.
Yeah, there's sake if you want sake. Chips, hummus, and then beer. There's Thunder Island beer right there.
Wow, you guys are all set up.
There's bubble water. Yeah.
All right.
And then we have some spaghetti over here.
That would be fantastic.
Yeah. You can make you a basil.
Okay. Yeah, that spaghetti looks great.
Yeah.
I'll do that. This is just a truly magical day. I'm just walking along and there's signs for a third trail magic. And it turned out to be right by this Crater Lake spring that I wanted to check out anyway. Because their campground's like a quarter mile off trail, so that's a long way to go. You know, half mile out of your way. But they had some fabulous homemade spaghetti with meat and zucchini and a lot of cheese. It was tasty. So I actually polished off the rest they had. They offered me a beer and that, but I passed on the beer. Very friendly. They're out here for the weekend, but 3 trail magics in one day, that's just awesome. And it kind of saves me a lunch, maybe 2. So might just have enough food to get me to Cascade Blocks. I was gonna have to get some stuff out of the vending machine at Crater Lake. Not doing 2 lunches today. You know, I might still have one later on, but that might just be enough to get me where I need to go. So I'm now probably a little bit farther behind schedule, so I'll be hiking a little later today. But it is so nice just meeting these different people, doing trail magic and talking with them, and they're just so generous and nice. It's just really, really special. So here, I'm going to turn this around. So here's Little Crater Lake, and looks like it's a 45-foot deep lake formed by a spring. It's 34 degrees year-round. So pretty cool. But you look at this. Oh, keep off. Looks a little dangerous. But you can see all the way down here. The water is super clear. A few trees down there, but there's a reflection here. Probably see better from the other side, but you can see all the way down to the bottom. This is just gorgeous. I'm going to move around to the other side here. Yeah, maybe you get a lot of reflection off the clouds, but if you look off to the side over there, Looks like this tree fell in there recently. It's still got all its branches, but at 34 degrees, it's not going to decompose very fast. This is just beautiful. Super, super blue. I think I might have to check my water situation. I think I might take some of this to go. All right, let's see on down the trail. Okay, like I said, well, that's the longest. It's probably a half mile total to get to the Trail Magic, to the campground. So, mile round trip almost. That's by far the longest. You go to, or I guess it's 0.7 miles, so mile and a half to get a little Trail Magic. But come on, this is a trifecta. 3 Trail Magics in one day. That's unheard of. The spaghetti was fabulous. Much better than a tortilla and peanut butter. So, and right on the way was the little Crater Lake, which I wanted to go to anyway. I almost walked right past this. If the Trail Magic sign wasn't here, I might have just missed it, and I wanted to check out that little Crater Lake anyway. So that was just doubly good. It's just amazing the amount of people and goodwill and generosity out here on the trail. You just see the best in humanity. It's that's what makes this journey so special. Anyway, I think I got 12 and a half miles to go, and it's starting to get later in the afternoon, so I gotta pick up the pace and hustle a little bit. So we'll see you down the trail. Okay, this might just be the first glimpse of Mount Hood. We're coming up on. It's a Timberline Lodge is base of Mount Hood, I believe. So shrouded in clouds. Can't see the peak. You can see the base and some of the snow or the glaciers on it. Looks pretty impressive. I'm sure I'll get even more so when I get a clear shot of it later on. Anyway, getting close. I'm probably 10, 12 miles from Timberline Lodge right now. Okay, day 128 closeout. Good day. Lasted a little bit longer. Ended up doing 26 and a half miles, which was my goal. But the story of today, man, had the Trail Magic Trifecta. So, yeah, it's been a little bit since we had Trail Magic, and 3 times today. So we started off with Ron and his buddy cooking us up the eggs and toast. And then just like a half mile after that, met Steve on the side of the road. His wife's a Triple Crowner. She's out finishing up, she's almost done the PCT twice. She's finishing up some spots she missed because of previous fires. And he's doing Trail Magic. So I had a soda and a couple of Reese's cups and Rice Krispie squares. And then several miles after that, I don't know if I caught their names, but there were like 3 families camping, and they had some fantastic spaghetti with meat sauce and zucchini and a lot of Parmesan cheese. That just hit the spot. So I was eating good today. Usually, you might get Trail Magic, every couple of weeks or something, and it's just 1, not 3 in a day. Although we did have it in South Lake Tahoe, but that was 4th of July weekend. Here, this is a random Tuesday afternoon or Tuesday morning out in the middle of Oregon, and just 3 Trail Magics in one day. That's fantastic. So really appreciate it. Put me in a good mood. Still managed to do the 26 and a half miles. But let's see. So I'm at the bottom of the hill. Got 5.5 miles up to Timberline Lodge, but it's like 2,000 feet. So it'll be a little bit of a climb. I'm going to get up early tomorrow and try and get there like, I don't know, 8:30 and do breakfast. I'm going to leave as early as I can and see how fast I can hustle up that hill in the morning. Try and get not really an early breakfast, but get there like 8:30, and then I made lunch reservations for the buffet at 12:30. So I'll try and pack as much calories after seeing my weight loss. Man, 27 pounds. That's a lot of weight to lose, and I didn't have much to lose when I started the trail, so I'm looking pretty thin. It's I've not been you know, I've not weighed this little since I think junior high. I mean, I'm just under 5'11" and weigh, you know, what, 144 at 5'11". That's not good. So I'm gonna eat as many calories as I can, and then try and do the same thing in Cascade Locks. You know, we'll make it to the trail. I just trying to get as many calories as I can. It's a little bit later. It's almost 8 o'clock, so I gotta jump in the sleep bag, get some sleep so I can get up early and hike up that hill tomorrow. All right, we'll see you tomorrow.